Alright, welcome back, guys. Today, going to be a video on these custom trees that many people have commented about, asking if I could do a video on. And they're really simple for anybody to make. So, these are finished ones. Push them off to the side. You can find these out in, I don't know where you want to find these. Like, I found them out in the CRP, the wildlife area, out by my house. And you just go out there, snip them off the stem. They're usually real tall, like 6 to 8 feet tall, probably, out there. And just go cut them down, and then just bring them back, spray paint them down. And I found that more of a flat paint works better than gloss. For example, like this would be more of a flatter paint. It's not so shiny. Whereas like I'm not a big fan of these ones. They're really shiny and they don't look as more realistic. I mean, there are some, shinier looking trees or leaves, but just I don't like the look of that as much. So, and you can always change them up too, spray them over again. But it's, just hold these down, hose them down a little bit. Don't let it really drip, like don't put too much, but give them a good shot of the paint, because you don't want it to like still like this one. If you point it this way, you can still kind of see the tan down in there, so you kind of hit it from all different angles and it turns out real good. And yeah, just any color you want. I mean, you could honestly just leave them the way they are as like a tan brown tree. They kind of have this fuzzy stuff in them. I usually just kind of try to beat it out, just bang them and brush them up against stuff, try to get that off like that, or use the air hose even. I grabbed a few different sizes, so these would be some smaller trees. I got a couple fall colored ones. I got a little display of fall colored ones, and then I got a lot of the green ones as well. And I think this is more of a like a flat or a satin paint. Those are the other ones. And then this one I mixed. I think this one is mostly a green and a little bit of that satin green to give it a bit of a different color. I got a few of them here. I mixed a little yellow and green, kind of to give it that like early summer, like when they're first getting leaves on, or maybe real later right like towards the end of summer. A couple leaves are starting to turn a little bit, so we got that one too. And then this one I think is just like, again, that satin green kind of color. And I really like that color, like more of a faded looking green. Just looks nice. I think these are kind of the similar ones. And you can see I think this one I actually did a little bit of coat of black on the beginning just to darken it. Like as you can see, this one's a little lighter. So here again, we got some yellow in it. And this one I left a lot of that puffy stuff, and it kind of filled the tree out. And they look a lot different from a distance too. And then I haven't painted any stems yet, but I should, and it'll make them look a lot nicer. And then this one, I did a little experimenting, kind of like you could have this on a winter scene with some snow on it. If you want to just hit them a quick shot of white, or even just one of those, like a cottonwood or something with some little bit of white leaves and whatnot on them. So that's kind of, real simple to make if you can go find them. I'll try to post a short on the look of them out in nature so you can see what you're looking for. But very simple to make. I'll show you guys a couple of the ones that are on my display real quick. This is the display I had from last year at the fair. And here's one tree I added. I got a few trees. These are off Amazon. But after making the custom ones, these don't even do it justice. Like, these just look 100 times better, and they're simple and cheap to make. I mean, a can of spray paint, you got thousands of trees you could make. And this was another one of those glossier ones that I'm not really liking. So lighter, not as glossy paints work the best. All right, here we got a few on this mini display. Here's what they kind of look like. And I haven't painted the stems or anything, and I guess you really wouldn't need to. And they're fairly durable. They work good. Here's a couple. Make them taller, shorter, trim them down, however you want. Here's a little fall scene I made. Got some yellow and orange looking trees in there. couple dead ones back here with some leaves all falling off. 70-20 to work in some ground. But yeah, just kind of a little bit of a older fall display with a mixture. And these trees are a little bit more filled out and bigger, as you can see against the tractor. A lot of the trees you buy nowadays, like from package, just aren't really to scale. They're a lot smaller. Whereas if you go up against a grove with a tractor, I mean, the trees are a lot taller. So I think these look a lot nicer. All right, guys, that's all the ones I have out on my display. So I think that's going to be about it for today's video. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments. But we'll see you on the next one.